Hey, my name is Zach. I am a firefighter with Greenfield Fire Department. We're in Wisconsin, suburb of Milwaukee. I've been a PFT for, boy, I don't know, 8 years probably now. Excited about the changes. I think they've been awesome so far. So as part of my renewal, I'm going to make a meal for us today. This is a low-cost meal. I bought all these ingredients for under 20 bucks. So it's something you can make at the firehouse. I probably feed about 4 people, depending on your sides, if you do a salad, some bread and so forth. But we're just gonna keep it kind of basic, do a quick and easy slow cooker chicken cacciatore for dinner. And then we'll do some asparagus as well as a side. So let's check out what we got. All right, here's our ingredients for this slow cooker chicken cacciatore. Of course, you need chicken. I went with breasts. You can also do some thighs as long as they're de-skinned and deboned. I figure about a half pound per person. We got a bell pepper. We're gonna need some onion. I got some baby bell mushrooms. A 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. Some whole grain pasta. Garlic. About 3 cloves we're gonna use. Vinegar. I'll put a tablespoon or so of vinegar in there. And then it'll be a little bit of Italian seasoning. First thing I'm gonna do, get these tomatoes open. And I'm gonna add those to the slow cooker. Now we're gonna be cooking this, depends on what temperature you use obviously, but it's about 11:30, probably not eating dinner till about 6 o'clock here. I figure slow and low is better. So I'm just adding this to the bottom of the slow cooker. I like to give it a base, prevent the meat from burning to the bottom of it. Next we're gonna take our chicken breasts. I've got some oil going on the pan. And we're gonna sear those a little bit. Got my oil heated up in there, so I'm gonna plop these chicken breasts in. I'm gonna do about 3-4 minutes aside. So while that chicken's browning, might as well do something productive with my time, right? So I'm gonna cut up these baby bellas, already washed. I love the baby bellas, I think they got a nice flavor to them. I prefer the whole ones versus the pre-sliced ones. I feel like they're easier to get clean. And in this household, we are big mushroom fans. So I've got about 5 or so actual mushrooms. Keep an eye on that chicken. I don't really want to burn it by any means, but give it a nice crust on the outside would be a good thing. They're coming along. I love cooking with cast iron. It just gives such a nice, fuller flavor. So we'll drop these in the slow cooker. Got my green bell pepper. Get that cut up while we're waiting. Okay. And we will add these to the slow cooker. Last but not least, we have our onion. See what these guys are doing. They're doing all right. Give them another little bit though. I like onion, but not tons of it. So I'm not going to go with a whole onion. I'm just going to go with a part of it. Throw those in. Do a little bit more. This is going to be a great meal because it's got a lot of healthy stuff in it. It's got lots of fiber, especially in grains when we're using that whole grain spaghetti. Chicken, of course, is good for you. Got some fresh veggies with the onion, green pepper, and the mushrooms. I'd say they're looking good enough. Let's go add those into the slow cooker as well. All right, hear that sizzle. Slap these bad boys in there. Got all those colors in there. Presentation is half the meal. Just wait till we're done. All right. What else we need to do is add some of our seasonings. Now it's about 3 or so cloves of garlic. Again, about a clove is about a teaspoon. So let's measure out 3. Just kidding. I love garlic. It's good for your heart too. So let's add a bunch. About 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Gives it a nice little kick. Love it. And then again, it's about a teaspoon or 2 of Italian seasoning, but like I said, I like to go heavy. Okay. I'll give her a little stir. Mix things up. So we're gonna slow cook this for, like I said, about 6 hours on the 6-hour setting on here. So we'll see what happens and check it out when it's getting to be right close to dinner time. All right, let's just talk a little bit about the nutritional value here of this meal. So again, we've got the chicken, lots of protein, which is always important for the job. We've got lots of grains, especially when we're going with our whole grain pasta here. We got lots of nutrients, vitamins, especially like the bell peppers. Bell peppers are gonna be loaded with vitamin C. They also have their own fiber in them. They've got other vitamins like potassium, folate, lots of B vitamins, antioxidants. Another benefit of this is that it is low sugar. It's got low sodium. Personally, I don't like to add a lot of salt to anything that I make unless it's a soup. You gotta add some salt to soup. But it's real low fat with the chicken. And that means pretty much too that it's low cholesterol. So I feel like we've got a real healthy meal going on. Again, our side dish later on is gonna be some asparagus, which is super fast, super easy. It can be super delicious too. And again, that's just chock full of vitamins and minerals as well for us. So I think we got a great nutritious meal, feeding 4 people with it for 20 bucks. So win all around. All right, it's 5:30, a little after, so chicken's been cooking for about 6 hours. So definitely gonna be done. Let's check out what we got here. Looking good. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is take the chicken out. And it is nice, tender. It's gonna be shredded. Look, that's just falling apart. Perfect. If I can even get it all out, it's so tender. All right. And then the sauce is a little runnier than I would like, so I'm going to reduce it by just simmering it for a little bit. If you're in a real pinch, you could always put some cornstarch in there, but we're not really right now. Put that on there. And I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit. So I'm gonna shred the chicken, and then we're gonna get to work on boiling our water for the spaghetti, and then we'll head over and work on some asparagus. All right? All right, so working on our asparagus. I like asparagus because it is quick, easy, healthy. It goes with almost anything. So I'm gonna snap our asparagus. And it's gonna snap at the point that it wants to, or where the good stuff stays and the bad stuff goes. That easy. So we have our asparagus on the tray. I'm gonna drizzle a little olive oil in here. And like I mentioned earlier, I like garlic. So we get some garlic in here. And we're just gonna kind of mix it around with our hands a little bit. Try to spread the oil around, try to spread the garlic around a little bit. Oh yeah. Perfect. And sprinkle a little pepper on there too. You want to keep them off of each other. You don't want them stacked up on each other. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a lot mushier, pretty much any veggies that you're going to be baking. So, got the oven preheated to 400. We're gonna put these in for about 10, 12 minutes. It really depends on the thickness of the stalks and also how firm you want them. So we'll put them in the oven. All right, we are getting hungry here. It's a little after 6. So our whole grain pasta is done, made al dente. We have our chicken cacciatore sauce reduced to an excellent level. And so now all we need to do is add some of our chicken back in. And what we want to do here, I'm going to reserve some of it to the side. I just don't have that big of a pan like we do at the firehouse here at home. But getting the chicken in here, just going to kind of get it mixed in, coated with the sauce. It's also going to help to rewarm the chicken a little bit. So we'll get that nice and stirred in. My tummy is rumbling. All right. So last thing, we want to check our asparagus to see how they're doing. And oh, they look pretty good to me. Yeah, they got a little bit of firmness left to them, but they are definitely cooked. Excited about that. This would be a good time that if you wanted to put some parm on there, sprinkle some parm, put them under the broiler for like a minute. And it'll melt that parm and actually give it a nice little crust as well. So, time to dish up our plate. Grab some of the noodles here. Oh, I need a little bit more than that. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, let's get some of our nice and warm chicken in here. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh boy. Some of those extra peppers and onion in there. That looks good. And of course we need some of our asparagus. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Slow cooker chicken cacciatore. Side of asparagus, healthy meal, 20 bucks, feed 4. Hope you enjoy.